Shankar, you asked me that there is a purchase order release, right? This is we are discussing every day, right? This release strategy and all. ME29 and we have to go to ME29 and or ME28 and we have to be released this one.
Yes, sir. I have done it, sir. I forgot to save that. I have released it, but I forgot to save that.
Okay.
So that's why I'm getting error.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's try to understand something new. Okay, every time we are doing scenarios, right? Today we'll try to do the something different like integration point of view. Okay, MM and FI integration. Okay, so this was a important integration. Okay, if you are there in the implementation, then it is very important. In support, you will get very rarely this kind of the tickets. Okay, on MMFI integration, but in the implementation level, you will get more on the MMFI integration. Okay, so what was the MMFI integration? So whenever you are doing stock movements or stock any stock movements, maybe goods issue or goods received, or it may be from one plant to another plant, or maybe one company code to another company code. Whenever you're transferring the stock, okay, or whenever you're doing some stock movement, okay, if the stock movement is impacting on the valuation area level, okay, so then definitely we have to be intimate to the finance team. Okay, this is what we did and this is what the debit and credit. Okay, if it is internal transfers, then it is not required. Internal transfer is nothing but like within the plan. If there is a store location to store location transfer, or if it is a material type to material transfer, or it may be okay, material to material transfer, or it may be okay, batch to batch transfer. Those cases we don't need. But if it is going out from the our valuation area, obviously it should be impacted. Okay. So, so as we said earlier, okay, valuation area. Okay. So there is a possibility of valuation area can be done at company code level. Okay, or it's plant level. Okay, or at our plant level. So in the standard, there is a possibility like valuation area can be defined at company code level or plant level. But most probably, okay, all company codes at configuration at implementation level, when you starting SAP itself, you just need to be configured like whether you are going with company code level or plant level. Okay, so 99.9% they will go plant has a valuation area. Okay, plant has a valuation area. So we already discussed why we are considering valuation area at plant level, why we are not considering at company code level. Okay, did you anyone you remember that what is the difference here? Why we are considering at a company code level or plant level? Why we are considering plant level this valuation area, and why we are not at company code level? Mostly it's not advisable. Did anyone knows about that? What is the reason?
If we go into the organization structure, a company code can have multiple plants, and valuation area defines nothing but a value of material. So if we are defining valuation area at the company code level, that means let's say suppose our company code is IN010. So the price of iron certain material will be defined at company code level, and each of the plant will have the same valuation for that material. So that is the reason why we define the valuation area at plant level.
Exactly.
And each plant may have different value of a certain material.
Yeah, correct.
There is a possibility.
Yeah, if I've taken this example, if you see that, okay, this is the one company code, and okay, under this company code, we have the different plans. If let's assume that I have the 6 plans, okay, or it maybe I have the 3 plans or 4 plans, okay. So if I just let's say, okay, so if I just taken this like this one, if I'm just okay, in case if it is a Bangalore, okay. This is in Bangalore. Okay. And this is in the Hyderabad. And this is in the Mumbai. And this is the Kolkata. Okay. Okay. And this is in the Delhi. Okay. And this is in the somewhere in the Bihar. Okay. Let's assume that maybe you can say maybe Chennai. Okay. Okay. Now, so my company is there. My company could have the multiple plans. Okay. So maybe in the Bangalore there might be different price, and Hyderabad there might be different price. Mumbai is a different price. Kolkata different price. Delhi different price. Chennai different, because everywhere there might be the living cost will be different, and labor cost will be different, transportation cost will be different. So there are so many things which is there. If I just consider valuation area at company code level, what will be happen? Okay, at company code level, if you are defined 100 rupees, that is the across all the plans will be the same. Okay, so what will be happen if I just there is a too much impacting under my labor charges and unloading loading charges and my living cost and all. So what will be happen? This 100 maybe it's loss, because maybe there it will be 150. Bangalore, instead of I'm going with 150, if I'm going with 100, 50 rupees is loss. Okay. If I'm suppose it's I'm just like it's 120 rupees, then again 20 rupees is loss. Okay. If it's Mumbai, if it is like 190 rupees, then 90 rupees is loss. Okay. So like the multiple locations have the multiple prices. So if I just define at company code level, what will be happen? This across all the plans, it will be the same price. Okay. So that will not be possible. So in that process, we are going valuation area is plant level. So each and every individual plant have their own valuation. Okay. So instead of 150, instead of 100, they will take 150 here. Whatever the charges it will be there, they will take directly as a 190 rupees. Okay. Here it may be 180. Okay. Or it may be here 200. Okay. Here it may be Chennai is 150. Okay. So like, okay. So this is what valuation area at the plant level is the most probably. So in case if they have only one company code, they don't have any other plans, they want to be go ahead with the company code level, they can go ahead, no problem. Okay. But in future, if it is very difficult, other plans and all, if they want to go ahead, then it's very difficult. Okay. So this is one point which we need to understand. Now let's go to the topic. Okay. So as we discussed earlier, if you remember that MMFI integration majorly, the first thing is valuation class. Valuation class is the one of the factor, right? Valuation class is one of the factor. So what is the valuation class? What is the valuation class? Okay, if I have the different kind of materials, okay, different kind of the material are there. Okay, so how we are differentiating this material by based on the material type, right? So maybe I can say like we have the raw materials, packing materials, finished goods, semi-finished goods. So different kind of materials we are dividing like the same attributes of the materials we are defining in the material type. So my finance team, they want to be differentiate like the okay each material type level or maybe material category level. So if they want to be differentiate the value, okay, they want to be calculate the value, stock value. So what they will do, each material type level they will be creating the valuation class. Okay. So so it is possible, or it is possible you can create multiple valuation classes under one material type. Okay. So, sir, you said they want to be differentiate like raw material, packing material, semi-finished goods. Why again they want to be go multiple class relation class? Why it should not be like one to one? Why it's like a multiple to one? Okay, because okay again if I see that raw material, okay, let's example raw materials. If I have the okay some kind of the oil, okay, or some kind of the solid, okay, some kind of the which is like liquid, okay? Maybe I can say air, spare, which is like chemicals related, okay. If I have like this one, okay, then my client, they are asking that they want to be differentiate that if it is oil, again the raw material, I just need to go with the triple zero this GL account. If it is a solid, okay, they want to be like they want to be differentiate this one into separate GL account. And if it is air related and spray related, something which is like I just want to go with the something which is like 30. Okay, so even in the same material type level, they want to be differentiated to the different GL account. Okay, so when this is the series which is coming, they understood that okay, these are the raw materials which is especially oil items. Okay, so all the what you will do, maybe monthly report or yearly report, or it may be weekly report. They can see that okay, and then this week we bought some kind of the $10,000 oil we purchased. So like they want to be, they will can be defined. So what here, one material type have the multiple valuation class, that is also possible. Either one material type have the one valuation class, or one material type have the multiple valuation class. Okay, okay, so it is not possible to directly connecting to the material type to GL account. So what they will do, okay, our valuation class, it is not very difficult because we have only 1 is to 3 4 5. So what they will do, they will take account category reference as a they will create one account category reference. Okay, so they will create one account category reference that they will assign to material type. Okay, then account category reference they will assign to. So this is like a mediator. Okay, so account category reference which is assigned to multiple valuation class. Okay, so instead of directly in the configuration, instead of directly they are creating under this material type have the multiple valuation classes. Okay, so they will be have the mediator, that is the middle. Okay, so you cannot directly create the valuation classes under the material type. You have the account category reference is the one reference which is the middle, that reference will take and will be creating the multiple valuation classes. So now how it will be mapping here, if I have the raw material or wage, so if I have the valuation category like 0001, okay, that have the maybe multiple have the 3000 and 3001, 3002, okay, 3003, like, okay, like I can create the multiple valuation class. Okay, so instead of I am directly assigning the valuation classes to material type, okay, I have mediated that is the account category. Okay, so in interview point of view, if they're asking about that, can we assign directly material type to valuation class? No, it's not possible. We will be taking help of the values account category reference. Okay, and we'll be creating. Okay, clear? You can say like okay, if I have, I will remove this one. If I have material types, okay, so instead of this, directly instead of this one, okay, what I can have, I can so instead of material to valuation classes, instead of this one, the indirectly, okay. So we don't have this logically. Okay, instead of this one. Okay, so it is going with reference of account category reference. Okay, so it help of the account category reference, it will be created multiple valuation. So there is no direct connections here. Clear? Is it clear? So this is the one. Okay, this is the one mapping. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, okay, there are multiple factors which you finding the GL account. How the system will be finding the GL account in the when you are posting the stock account. There is a multiple ways. Okay, multiple factors which is considering out of this one is the valuation class. Okay, how the valuation class which is hitting based on the material type. Okay, so when you posting the material stock. Okay, when you're posting the some material movement or stock movement, so you are entering the material number. So that material have the material master record. That material master record have the valuation classes. Okay, so that valuation classes is already mapped to GL account. Okay, so this is the one factor. Clear? Is it clear? The factor
Yeah.
one is valuation class. Now the next factor, let's go to factor two. Okay, so there is a valuation grouping code. Okay, so valuation grouping code is there. Okay, so what is the valuation grouping code? Okay, I have the multiple plans. Okay, I have the multiple plans. So might be my company is asking that one plan to another plan, I need to differentiate the different GL account. Okay, I want to differentiate the different GL account. Suppose let's say I have the Hyderabad plant. For Hyderabad plant, instead of I'm going with the 30 series, I will just want to go with the 404 series for raw materials and all. Okay, so if they want to be differentiate that, okay, each plant must be have the different set of the GL account. What we can do, we can create the valuation grouping code for the each plant level. Okay, so that means, so before this one, what I need to understand first, what you need to understand, company code is assigned to chart of account. That everyone knows, right? Did you agree that?
Yeah.
Okay, chart of account have the general ledger code. Did you understand that? Is it clear?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, this is a finance mapping. Okay, so a company code have the chart of account. Okay, chart of account is mapped to set up the GL account. Okay, now if I have multiple valuation, if I have, if I'm just taking consider at the company code level, what will happen? It might be one set of the GL accounts. Okay, but in case the same company code level, if I have the 1100 plant, okay, 1100 plant, they need the three series. It may be 1200. They want to be differentiated like 310000 series something. Okay, so for same maybe same raw materials and same thing, but they want to be differentiate the material this GL account. Okay, they want to be differentiate when it is less. So in case if that is the one thing, if you want to be differentiate, what you can do, valuation grouping code you can define at plant level, valuation area level. Okay, when there is a valuation area and valuation grouping code is different, then the system what it will be do, it will be assigned the separate GL account. So the GL accounts will get from the company code level only, because always the GL account which we are creating at chart of account level, that chart of account have the in the company code. But okay, but now we are differentiating the same procedure with a different GL account. Okay, clear? Is it clear or not?
So I have
Nope.
one doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
When we copy standard company code or in a plant or like ROH group material group like that, the automatically the GL account and valuation classes already it will be updated. No? So it will be copied, or we have to give again?
No, it will be copied automatically, but I just that's what, right? I just shared. MMFI integration majorly it will be helpful when you are doing the implementation. Okay, so when you are doing implementation, maybe the client have the different requirements. Okay, you cannot go with the standard. Okay, they might be they need instead of that oil solid air. In the standard we have only one 300, something. But in the, maybe my client is asking that we have the different kind of the raw materials again. I want to differentiate that. So in that case, I have to go with the my customization. Okay, so I have to be define my own style, how they
Okay,
want
sir.
to be going. But
Yeah.
if you're copying from the existing company code, it will automatically copy it. There is no problem.
Okay, sir. We can change that one, sir, by copying. After that, we can
No,
change.
we can do it. But one thing is better before you doing the transaction, you can change. But later also you can do it. But better you can do before only. In the real time, what will happen if you already posted some entries into that GL account, then later if you change, if we getting any problem in that GL account, then again it's problem to identify. Okay. So instead of that, initially if you change, then it's okay. But later in middle of the business process, already you posted 10 sales orders and 10 purchase orders, and already so much goods you received. Then in that case, it's very it's not reasonable if you want to be changed. Okay, it
Okay.
must be. But we still we can change. There is no problem. Yeah, you guys have any other question?
Can you explain this valuation grouping code one more time?
Okay, okay. So if suppose I say that okay, GL accounts will be defined at company code level. So even I have the multiple plans, okay. So even multiple plans, it might be the same GL account. It might be
Okay.
same GL account for ROH. Let's assume that 3100 is the valuation class, okay, which I am using common for the across to all the plans. Okay, for this 3100, it is the same. Okay, so let's leave it about this one. Okay, if I have okay, okay, if I have 1200 and 1300 plan and 1400 plan. Okay, so so even multiple plans are there. Okay, so when I'm using the same valuation class, it might be the same because we already mapped like this GL account should be mapped to this valuation class, right?
Okay.
Okay, so when I'm just accounting interest, because already we have the plan, so each plan have a different set of the account. So even if it is a posting into 30000, but we already have the different plan, that will be differentiated value. Okay, correct?
Okay.
Because 1100 maybe see, let's assume that. Okay, this week I purchased like 1 lakh here. Okay, and here if I purchase like 20,000. Okay, and if it is purchased like 20 lakhs, suppose let's assume. Maybe here it's like a production or something. Here like 10 lakhs. Okay. So when I'm just looking into the report, I can see especially plant level. What is the stock? What is the value they purchased? Because I can have the differentiate to plant level because this is the valuation area, right? Correct or wrong?
Okay.
Okay. Even I can get a report at each valuation area level, even if it is the same GL account, because plant is different here. Okay, so when I get the report, especially this GL account level, this valuation class area level, I can differentiate. I can get it, right? Correct or wrong?
Okay. Correct.
Okay, now my client is asking that, okay, I don't want to be like this one. I need this is a different like 3100 and this is like 3200 and this is like 3000. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay. So if I not differentiated here in the mapping, in the while mapping GL account, if I don't have option to the map separate plants or separate various area, then it's very difficult to define the separate GL account for 3100 violation class. Correct?
Mhm.
Correct or wrong? While mapping. while mapping, I'm not considering plant here. I'm considering only company code, chart of account. Chart of account defined at the company code level. So I cannot differentiate the multiple GL accounts for the one valuation class. Correct?
Okay. Okay.
Correct or wrong?
Still it is difficult. Can you show in the configuration screen if it is okay with you?
Okay, I will show you, but the concept you need to understand. Configuration, nothing will be happen. Okay, so but you need to be understand the concept here. So when I'm mapping GL account, okay, so I have the transaction event key. Okay, it's transaction event key, and I have that valuation class. Okay, I have that. Okay, I have the GL account. Let's assume that I have the GL account. Okay, so how I'll get the transaction event key? Because of the moment type process.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And the valuation class, how you will get? How you will get the valuation class here? From the material type.
Material type, yeah.
Right? So now how we get the GL account?
GL account is assigned to the chart of account.
Yeah, so from the chart of account, and that will be mapped, right? Now, so now if I'm configuring that, so if I'm configuring valuation class, okay, so basics is a common, right? For all the plans, there is no nothing to change, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, even 3100 also it will be the same for
Mhm.
ROH, correct or wrong? Because I didn't define anywhere here plant. I didn't define here. I just taken only material type. I can use the same material type for across the all the plants. Did you agree or not?
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm? Are you agreed? Hello? Is it audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So I cannot differentiate here also, or I cannot differentiate here also. But so when I'm assigning this one like triple zero GL account, this is a GL account because it is coming from the chart of account. That chart of account is assigned to company code level. Correct. So I can only map the one GL account for one valuation class, one transaction.
Correct.
If I assign to 3100 again different GL account, system will not accept because
Correct. It will give me an error. Yeah.
duplicate ended. Okay. Now, if my client is asking that, okay, this BSX and 3100, okay, when I'm using for the 1000 plan, I need this number, and BSX 3200, sorry 3100, when I'm using for the some other plan which I should get some other GL account. If suppose let's say it is 1100 plan and here 1200 plan. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Clear?
Okay. Got it.
In this case, if I want to differentiate, what I need to do, I need to add inside the valuation group. That valuation
Okay.
grouping code, I'm assigning at plant level. Okay. So when this mapping is there, this additional this mapping, okay, additional this mapping, we also adding the valuation area and valuation grouping code. So when there is a different valuation grouping code or valuation area, when we have different valuation area, okay, we have the multiple valuation grouping code. Okay, clear?
Okay. Okay.
If I have the different valuation area, then I have the different valuation grouping code. If I'm using same valuation grouping code, then it will be like same. It will be like same. Okay. If I am using the multiple, then it is possible can operate the multiple GL accounts for the same process. Clear?
So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, in order to,
I'll tell you here. So instead of I'm just mapping 3100 BSX, additionally I'm adding like 0001. So that is mapped to 300000 GL account. Again BSX 3100 0002. Okay. I can add something with different GL code.
Oh,
Okay, 3100, 0003. So 320000. So here 0001, 0002, 0003 are which is validation grouping codes that I assigned at a plant level. So my validation area, if it is 1000, I can say like 0001. If I have 1100, okay, then I can have that 0002. Okay, if I have 1200, okay, then 0003. Okay, so then it will be like we can map differential account for stock account entry.
okay,
Clear? Clear?
okay,
So that is the purpose of the validation group code. So mostly they will use only one because you can also differentiate at validation area at a report level. So instead of the multiple GL accounts confusing at finance level, they can go with the same validation grouping code. They will not activate the validation grouping code. Okay. If the client is requesting this one, if you are giving that option, then you can do it. Clear?
got it.
Okay. So the second factor is validation grouping code. This is optional. Okay. Clear?
Okay.
So what about Shankar?
Sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So as of now, we just understand two factors. One is validation class and validation grouping code. Okay. Now third factor. Okay. Third factor will be like okay. There is a transaction event key. Okay. Transaction event key and we can I will tell you both account modifier. Okay. So account modifier and transaction event key. So you already aware about this transaction event key when I'm using the moment types. Okay, 101, 102, 103. Okay, like moment types. Still we have like 899 moment types, right? So when I'm using the moment type, okay, so there is a combinations are there. Okay, what's the combinations here? The system will check the moment type and it will be checked that quantity update and value update. Okay, it will check that special stock. Okay, and it will be checked that consumption account value. Okay, so they will check that other factors. So this combination, what will be happen? The system already predefined the value strings. Okay, that value strings have the multiple transaction event keys. Okay, and account modifier. Okay, so how the system will understood when you are doing 101 moment type. Let's assume that I'm doing 101 moment type. Okay, for the stock. So I'm entering the 101 moment type and I enter the material type, that means material number, and I enter the plan and the other quantity, store location, everything I entered. So the system will check first what is the moment type. So let's assume that it is 101 and what is the with reference, that is the purchase order with reference to purchase order. Okay, and it will be checked that any consumption account it will be hitting or not, because whether it is a direct consumption or it is a stock account entry. So no, it's not a direct consumption, it is stock account. Okay, then second, what will be checked whether this material is value update or quantity update. So value update and quantity update, where you will get, there is a in the material type, when you're configuring the material type, okay, each valuation area level, okay, we have the quantity update and value update for each valuation area level. Okay, so if you remember that last time we got some problem in the pipeline when we trying to production, there is a problem which material type level they have selected pipeline mandatory. That's why the system are obviously it is checking the pipeline related consumption entry. It is not accepting to stock inventory. Did you
Yes, sir.
remember that?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Last time 3 to 4 days, if we remember that. Right? So there we have the quantity and value update checkboxes are there. Each valuation area level. That means plant level. Okay. So when I'm just taking the material type ROH, okay, when I'm just checking the ROH, okay, for this ROH, again, when I'm just checking the 1100 plant, okay, plan to have the quantity update and value update. Okay, quantity update and value update checkbox. So whether this quantity update value checkbox is there or not there, it will check. Okay, if it is not updated, then it is different accounting entry, and if it is updated, then it is different accounting entry. So what do you mean by quantity update and value update? If it is quantity update, okay, what will be happen? It is an inventory stock, inventorized stock, inventorized material. Okay, inventorized material means what is that? Inventorized material means what is that? It will be go and store into my location. It will go and update the stock quantity in store location. Okay, is it clear? Last time also we had a discussion on this one,
Yes, sir.
right? So if I just not updated quantity update, then it won't be go to our store location. It will not be counted into. It will not be stored into our quantity update into our store location. Okay, the same way value update. If it is value update is not checked, okay, then what will happen? The system will not be post any accounting entries or anything. Even if I receive the stock value will be 0. Okay, it won't be updated into store location level. So even if my store location if I receive, then it is like a free items only. There is no stock value. Stock value will not be updated. Okay, will be or will not be updated depends on the use selection. Clear? Okay, so this is also one factor. Quantity update and value update are also one of the factor when the movement type which is checking. Okay, so the first movement type 101 and quantity update and value update checkbox. Okay, then maybe if it is a special stock related customer consumption special stocks are we have in the consumer stock and we have the subcontracting stocks. There are so many things which is there, right? So if that is also one of the factor. If you have that also it will be considered. Then there will be like value consumption account. Okay, so if it is if it is a posted to any cost centers or anything which is like the system considering that this is the consumption posting. Okay, so this combination consumption checkbox and this combination what will be happen? There is a value string defined. Value string which is defined, that is a standard which is like W01, WA01. Okay, so like we have the multiple validation strings are there. Each validation string have the multiple transaction event keys. Okay, multiple transaction event keys are there. Okay, depends on the procedure, depends on the with reference to production order, with reference to purchase order, with reference to maintenance order, with reference to order. So when you are doing multiple process, there are the multiple transaction event keys will come. Okay, so this is the one how the transaction event key which is hitting. This is the one factor. Clear? Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Is it clear or not?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay.
This setting is maintained in OMJG, right? If I'm not mistaken.
There's so many settings are there. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll go one by one. I'll go. Okay, so I'm not remember the transaction codes and all. I'll be always looking into part only because there are so many transactions are there. Okay, so now the fact is now if you see that when I'm just configuring the OBYC, okay, I'm configuration OBYC. This is the main MMFI integration means this is the main the GL account mapping. Okay, so here what will be happen? The first which we are entering the transaction event key. Okay, so the transaction event key how it will come in based on the above settings it will come. Okay, then chart of account. So when I'm just clicking on the transaction event key, it will be asked that which GL accounts you need to be take it. So this chart of account already it is assigned to company code level. That company code it's mapped to plant. So this combination chart of account also will come. Then third, which is like a valuation class. Okay. Fourth is the if we have the valuation grouping code, then valuation grouping code will come. Okay, and there will be like account modifier. Account modifier, when it will come, as I said, that if there is any consumption offsetting entry will be there, like GBP there is there. So in the GBP we have multiple procedures are there. To differentiate the each and every procedure, again there is a account modifier. It's differentiating. So these 5 combinations should be hitting the GL account. Okay, out of these 5, depends on the your procedure or depends on the your transaction event key. It will be asked what it is necessary. If it is a WRX, then WRX we don't need all the information. It's just like a GL account mapping, GRIR clearing account. It's a common for everywhere. Okay, if it is BSX stock account entry, then again which valuation class and which valuation grouping or account. Okay, so this again if it is a offsetting entry, then which account modifier. Depends on the procedure, it will be mandatory. So, but here transaction event key is very important. That is everywhere it is mandatory. Okay, and chart of account also is mandatory. These two are the mandatory mainly. Okay, other are the optional. When there is a procedure, it will be covered. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so when all this matching, the GL accounts how it will be mapping, and based on your procedure, it will be clear. Any questions here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's.
That's not a password, sir. That's not a password.
Okay. Okay, now let's go to the one by one. First, we'll go to valuation class. Okay, so I'll show you the settings first. Okay, OMS2. Okay, this is the for the material type creation. Okay, so each material have the different account category reference. Okay, we go to here, select this one, and go to details. Okay, here you have that account category reference. This is the one which we discussed initially, the account category reference. Okay, so each material type have the different account category reference we can define. Okay, so this is the account category reference. Okay, so each material type have the different account category reference here. Okay, this is the one. Just remind this one. The second one is this is the quantity and value update checkbox. So each valuation area level, so each valuation area level for material type, whether quantity update and value update are okay. So it will be like that. Okay. So quantity and value update. It is not mandatory. Pipeline is not mandatory. So it is somebody there issued this one, but if I use this raw material, then we'll get up so many problems. We are using last time we got most of the problems, right? So like we'll get we should not be used this one. Somebody they select all. Okay. So it might be yeah. So selection will be very difficult. It's not equal. Okay. Somebody they selected like this. Okay. So now quantity and value update, that is one factor. Now I'll show you that part also. Okay. How to go for the account category reference, how to define that. If I go to material management, okay, and I will go to valuation and account determination. Then I'll go to account determination. I'll go to account determination wizard. Then I can define here valuation classes here. Okay, so we cannot define directly valuation classes. We have to be take as a reference of the category reference. So first, we need to define that account category reference for the raw material, operational, spare parts, trading material, packing material, like that. We have to be taken up. Okay. So if I created some, I can create something like Judget and numeric and alphanumeric, whatever you want, you can create. Okay. So I'm just taking that ROH valuation testing. Okay, I'm just creating like Judget. Okay. Okay. Then I can define the multiple valuation classes like maybe I can like jet 100. So it is also we can define whatever you want. Okay. So it's not like numeric or alphabetic. We can create anything which is like okay. So I'm creating three valuation classes in the here. So I will be putting like a type 1 for our test purpose. I'm just creating, okay, just not taking anything example. So type 3, type 2, like I'm just creating like this one. Okay. Now I have created account category reference. I have created the valuation classes, but I didn't map to my material type. So if you have the your own material type, you can define, or you can take it up that where it is exactly my material type that you can assign the your account reference. Okay. If you want to create your own material type, what you can do, you can go to OMS X2 and you can create. But I will go to part instead of that. Better you can also understand that. Okay. SPRO F5 and I will go to Elastic General and Material Master and I will go to basic setting and material type and define attributes of the material type. So this is the define attributes of material type. So I'll go to ROH. I can take this directly, or if you want to create your own, you can create. Okay. So I'll just create how to create a material type. So in future, if anybody wants to be creating new material type, take has a standard material type, which is standard one. Just take and copy from there. Okay. Any material type if you want to be used, you can create like. So I'm just creating that Z or W because so many people they are already using. Okay, I'm just taking that. I'm just taking as a ZR or double Z. So when I just entering that, all dependent plans, all it is copied. So if you want to be changed, especially here, you can change. You can go to where which plant it is like you want to be changed. So like if I have now what's the material type? There was something JetCon, right? JetCon is there, right? So I will go to JetCon and my material type is ZRR. So here I can go quantity update value and I will remove the pipeline. So next time when I'm using for this, it is a quantity and value update. Okay. So this is my new material type ZR and this is my valuation area. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have created a own material type here. Okay. Clear? Now I'll be go to here material type and I will go to I'm searching for the my ZZ is the material type and I'll change the my account category reference which I created ZZ. Okay. Now when I'm creating now new material type, so when I'm creating a metal master record with this material type Z or ZZ, okay, and if I can take a reference first. Okay, so I'll take just one example. Okay, one material type. So whatever it is necessary, I'm just taking that Zcon and Zcon. Okay, so I'm just creating ROH. Okay, now here if you see that the valuation classes will come which we created. Z110, Z11, Z112. These will come here. Clear? Is it clear? Is it clear or
Okay.
not? Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Now this is the one which we created for the valuation classes. So did you understand how valuation classes will come? The metal master record? Any doubts here? Material valuation classes, how it will come? No, right?
No,
1 minute. Huh? Okay, so valuation classes we have created now. So I have the material type. Okay, now I already it's open, right? Where it's open. Okay, so valuation classes which is hitting here. So this is the one entry. So valuation classes we have created here. Okay, the first valuation control. So which we are discussing, right? Valuation grouping code, whether you want to be active or non-active, that you can decide here when you configuring that or not. So what is the use of the valuation grouping code? Okay, which we discussed already, right? If I have the different account determination, you can valuation area level if you want to be active, then you can do the valuation grouping code. Okay, clear? Okay, now where you need to be defined that valuation grouping code, here there is an option. So valuation area, each valuation area is already assigned to the company code. That company code is assigned to the chart of account. So that chart of account which is assigned to valuation grouping code. So if I have the same GL accounts, then I can assign the same valuation grouping code. If you want to differentiate, then you can define your own style of the valuation grouping code. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
yes, sir.
Yep.
If I not enter this one, then it won't be asked valuation grouping code. Okay, so without valuation grouping code, it will go directly. Okay, and this chart of accounts and company code that is mapped from the financial side. This is already at enterprise structure. They will be defining the chart of accounts, so that is assigned to company code, and the GL accounts and all they will create under this chart of account. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the first factor is valuation class. The second factor is which is the valuation grouping code. Then third factor which is we discuss about the transaction inventory and account modifiers. Okay, so which I discussed here, the moment type, special stock indicator, valuation update, quantity update, and consumption. Okay, and that which is already mapped to valuation string in the standard. Okay, based on this, this is also consumption. Okay, based on this configuration, the system already defined the transaction inventory. So let's example, I'm going to 101. Okay, and valuation update X and quantity update X, and there is no special stock. And the moment indicator is nothing like with reference to purchase order, for cross order, production order, something visual. So moment indicator like I will be taking B the purchase order with reference to purchase order. Then consumption, I don't want the consumption. Then I'll be enter this one. Then it will become W01. Okay. So that means when this is the matching, the system will look into first W01. So under this W01, there are so many possibilities of transaction indication. PSX, WRX, PRD, KDM, EIN, there are different possibilities are there. So when I'm doing the goods receipt with reference to purchase order, there are possibilities are there, different transaction event key. Each transaction event key will come based on your procedure. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the one factor here. And account modifier, if I say that GBP, wherever there is a GBP or consumption account, there you will be have the offsetting entries also. Not offsetting entries, you can define your own also, or you can go with the standard one. If suppose I have the consumption accounting entry, which is like 201, cost center, and this is the stock account, value update and quantity update, and special stock, and there is a consumption. Consumption account should be there. So I can put like consumption, what it is like. I can put ERP case percent like we can put something pipeline or something which is. In this case, what will be happen? This combination, then it is a VBR. Okay. So this is the account mode. You can, if you want to be define your own, you can define. So when you want to be define your own, maybe my client is asking that I need same. Suppose I have the 551 moment type scrap. Okay. So this is the scrap for the general materials. Again, for the scrap for the general materials, I have the two types of the scraps. Okay. One is valuable materials and one is non-valuable materials. Okay. So maybe a scrap I can do. Sometimes what will happen, same material I can do, but sometimes it will be valuable or sometimes it will be non-valuable because it may be completely spoiled and we cannot use that. Or sometimes it will be like I can maybe I can use for the something special, something like. Okay. So in this case, what they can do, instead of they are using 551 moment type, they can customize that and they will create the Z51. So when they are using 551, it may be non-valuable materials, or if it is when they are using Z51, they can use the valuable materials. So in that case, what they can do, they can define the other instead of VBR, they can create like ZBR or something which they can create. That is the account modifier. That account modifier have the separate GL account they can. So they can see that okay, valuable. These are the valuable materials. These are the non-valuable materials. Clear? Okay. Clear or not? Any questions here?
No, sir.
Right, Yogesh, you are there. So there is a we can create standard also, or we can use the customize also. Okay. If I just something which is customized, then you can create your own web account modifier. Transaction event is also not possible. It is a standard. Only account modifiers you can create your own customization. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, so based on these all combination, what will happen if I go to OBYC? Okay. Okay, if I go to OBYC, suppose let's say BSX, I'm going to BSX, and chart of account is like INT, which is mapping. Okay, then the system will ask that okay, violation clause and the combinations will ask. Okay, if I go to GBP, consumption, if I'm going to GBP or something which I'm going, okay, then it will be asked different. Okay, so different again different transaction event case different. Here see if here it is asking some account modifier. The PRD there is a account modifier like. Okay, so like different transaction event keys have a different combination that will be mapping the GL account. Okay, so now if I'm using whatever I created material, if I'm using that material type, the system will give the error message because I didn't map that. Okay, if I see that, okay, in the account modifier, okay, if I go to if I'm go to BSX, let's say assume that I went to BSX. So my violation class is what is my violation class? If I go to Z something which I created, Z or something Z or double Z I created. Where is that ZR? Where is some this one? So Z1 Z11 So this is I created. So for this this validation classes I didn't map any GL account. So it will give error message because there is no validation class which is happened. So if I want to show you, I will show you. I will post one stock moment for this. Okay. I will go directly stock upload. Okay, 561. And I will be entering that the material which I created. Which is the material I created. Double three four. Okay, let's go to double three four. Okay, now 100, and I'll just be entering some files. Okay, jetcon and jetcon. And something which is like entering some vendor. So I'm just checking that. Now the system will give that this error message, account determination for this one. That means why it is coming you this error because we created new material valuation class, sorry, new valuation class. Okay, that valuation class still it is not mapped any GL account. Okay, this combination which is not mapped. Okay, so this you need to do in the OBYC, then only it will be settled. Okay, so you can also see in the table level also. Yeah, you can see here transaction rupees and the configurations also you can see here. Okay, so this is the one thing which is very important. Okay, so this is the, if you getting this type of the error, okay, so you need to check first this combination whether GL account is assigned or not, and moreover you, so yeah, I just shown right, one is chart of account, one is transaction event key, one is valuation grouping code, one is account group, so account modifier, and one is the valuation class. So this combination. Okay, so one thing what you need to understand, if you're getting support ticket like this one, okay, you should not change directly, okay, because it's already mapped long back to my system. How come it is missing now? Is it new procedure or it is new scenario? You need to ask some questions to the user why you are doing this procedure. Did you map this one? Okay, if it is a again this completely new change request, you should go with a change procedure. Cannot change directly. If it is a new implementation, then maybe I can agree that okay, maybe it's not mapped or something. But if it is already using from long time and they didn't done as of now this procedure, then definitely ask that okay, do you want to, are you planning new procedure and how are you want to do this one? Okay, so that is the one thing which is very, very important. Okay, so any doubts here? If I'm getting this like this error, what you need to do? You have to go to OBYC. Okay, go to OBYC and select that first transaction event key, which is like GBB. I have to go to GBB. Okay, then I have to enter the this chart of account. Okay, then okay, so it's coming blank, right? So you can leave it because there is no account modifiers and the valuation grouping code. Then it will be asking the GL account. So I have to be mapped ZW10 with the GL account. This GL account which is there or not there. Okay. Then you can save. Okay. So now if I check this one, what will be happen? It will be sorted out. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Any questions?
Sir.
So you can post directly. Okay, so while posting again it will become stock account because I'm posting the stock account. Then what I have to do again, go back and what the transaction event key BSX. I have to click on the BSX. Where is the BSX? Okay, then I have to be entered the so you already entered the chart of account, right? Already for one time you entered, so the system automatically default it is taking, it won't be asked every time. Then blank and the ZW10. Okay, so I can copy somewhere from ZW10 and enter and save. Okay, so this ZW10 combination which is created. Now if I just try, let's see, it will be, if it is there, then it will be post. Then now I'm getting PRD account. Okay. So now I go to PRD. So these are all you need to do at first time only. Okay, that's why. So at initial only you will get all these errors. So you have to be map all this one. Okay. So now the combination is like blank and PRA and ZW1. So now PRA is the one factor which is account modifier. So PRA and now ZW10 and debit and credit account. So now I enter here and now I'm just to click on check and post. Now everything of it's figured, then it will be posted. Okay, now if I consider whatever the GL account which is mapped, okay, that GL account only it will be posted. Okay, so the W run that you whatever it is posted, that only it will be mapped. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way we have to do the account modifier.